Muhammadiyah announces the holy month of Ramadan will start on June 28th. The Psychic Turtle's prediction of the match between Mexico and Brazil. Hello, you're watching MNC Today with me, David Tobing. Besides those headlines, we have more selected stories, and we'll start today's news with information from Jakarta. Yes, a young motorist was found dead in front of the Vietnamese embassy on Tobing Mnc Street in Menteng, Central Jakarta. According to a witness, he was driving recklessly at high speed before losing control of his vehicle. Later, his body was taken to the Tobing Mnc Hospital.
A motorist driving at high speed on the Tobing Mnc Street in Menteng lost control of the wheels and careened off the road in front of the Vietnamese embassy. The vehicle was thrown 5 meters away as the motorist hit his head on the pavement and was pronounced dead at the scene.
Kecepatan tinggi, pas di kediaman ini, embasi kedutaan Vietnam, nggak jauh dari situ, mungkin dia out control, nabrak trotoar tengah, langsung tidak ada keseimbangan, mungkin terbentur, dia pakai helm, jatuh ke aspal.
Police found the victim's identification card in his wallet. He was identified as Muhammad Misran Gunawan, age 17, a resident from Tebet, South Jakarta. His body has been transferred to the Cipto Mangunkusumo Hospital in Central Jakarta. According to witnesses, Muhammad was driving recklessly and at high speed before the crash.
Gondang dia, jadi naik ke trotoar, langsung arah balik lagi ke bawah, langsung jatuh.
Meanwhile, according to the Jakarta police, the number of traffic accidents have lowered in the capital city this year, suggesting that travel was slower with too many cars on the streets.
The higher taxes of alcohol in Indonesia have pushed up the price of well-known brands of wine, beer, and spirits. However, it has encouraged a long-standing practice of bootlegging alcohol. In Indramayu, West Java, 4 people died due to alcohol poisoning as a result of drinking on bootleg alcohol.
4 out of 15 people have died of alcohol poisoning in Indramayu, West Java. Doctors put the victims in an induced coma as they battled to save their lives from the effects of methanol poisoning, blindness, kidney damage, and seizures. However, to no avail, the victims were pronounced dead in the emergency rooms at the Indramayu hospital. Police seized a bucket suspected to have carried the fake alcohol, 2 canisters, and a teapot.
Barang bukti yang disita apa saja, Den?
Barang bukti yang disita, kami telah mengamankan sisa-sisa miras oplosan. Lebih lanjut, barang bukti tersebut akan kami kirim ke puslapor.
Meanwhile, 11 others are still receiving treatment at the Indramayu hospital. The deceased, identified as Tarkem, Muhammad, Samson, and Rancha, have been laid to rest.
Mas, waktu minuman keras ada berapa orang?
Banyak.
Banyak. Itu mirasnya apa sih, Mas? Jenis apa?
Ya, model teh, manis.
Itu dioplos apa gimana, Mas?
Ya nggak tahu, saya mah tinggal dikasih minum.
High taxes have pushed up the price of recognized brands of wine, beer, and spirits in Indonesia, encouraging a long-standing practice of stretching drinks with the locally made brew known as arak. Some suppliers, however, are going further, adulterating alcohol with poisonous methanol, which is a colorless and tasteless ingredient that can be used for fuel, plastic, and paints.
The country's second-largest Islamic organization, Muhammadiyah, has predicted the start of the holy month of Ramadan will be on June 28th. Basing the start date on mathematical and astronomical competitions, the predictions relates to the phases of the moon.
Indonesia's second-largest Islamic organization, Muhammadiyah, announced that the holy month of Ramadan will start on June the 28th. The organization based start date on mathematical and astronomical computations concerning the phase of the moon, or also known as Hisab Wujudul Hilal. Meanwhile, Muhammadiyah announced Idul Fitri, or also known as Eid, which marks the end of the fasting month, will fall on July the 28th. And Idul Adha, or the Day of Sacrifice, will fall on the 4th of October this year. Indonesian Muslims are usually split over the start of the date of Ramadan. Some organizations like the Muhammadiyah base their findings on astronomical calculations, while others rely on the physical sighting of the moon or a combination of the two. The result is often two dates.
Yes, Indonesian authorities have again discovered food containing formalin, which are being sold in markets across the country. Besides the corpse-preserving chemical, authorities also netted 1 ton of pork being smuggled across borders.
The discovery of some foods containing formalin being sold in markets have loomed yet again. This time, here in Sumedang, West Java, authorities discovered noodles containing the corpse-preserving chemical used by food vendor to be sold in the region and also to Bandung, West Java.
Masyarakat
formalin sama sekali tidak boleh ada dalam makanan. Karena itu untuk gunanya sebetulnya untuk saat untuk pengawet mayat. Jadi tidak boleh digunakan dalam makanan.
Meanwhile, as many as 11 bags containing 1 ton of pork was seized by the police during what is called the Krakatau food raid in central Lampung, Sumatra. Officials vowed to crack down on any meat producers or vendors adding pork or banned chemicals into any foods, especially ahead and during the holy month of Ramadan, when food consumption rises in the country.
After the support from Perindo, or the Indonesian United Organization led by media mogul Haritanu Sudibyo, more support has been pouring in for the Prabowo-Hatta pair. Amongst of them are members of Kaki Republic, a non-governmental organization which is based in West Java and Banten.
After the support from Perindo, or the United Indonesia organization led by media mogul Haritanu Sudibyo, more supports are pouring in for the Prabowo-Hatta pair. Amongst them, from members of the LSM Kaki Republik, a non-government operation element from West Java and Banten. According to its leader, Leonardus, the organization prides itself in joining the Haritanu Sudibyo-led organization Perindo to support the presidential and vice presidential candidates.
Jadi maksud kedatangan kita dari LSM Kaki Republik, maksud kedatangan kita untuk karena dengan jaringan yang kita miliki di Jawa Barat dan Banten, kita ingin membawa rekan-rekan ke sini untuk membantu menyukseskan capres nomor 1 Bapak Prabowo Subianto. Karena dari kita amati dari rekan-rekan di Jawa Barat Banten itu memiliki jumlah DPT yang cukup besar, mungkin bisa sekitar 20% sendiri.
Ya, jadi kawan-kawan ini datang dari satu gabungan unsur di bawah naungan LSM Kaki Republik. Jadi mereka menyatakan dukungannya kepada pasangan nomor 1 ya, Pak Prabowo dan Pak Hatta, dan ingin bergabung bersama-sama dengan kita.
Hari also stated to have shared Prabowo's vision to build Indonesia, adding that he will support the pair with either campaign funds or networking. Meanwhile, according to Philips Vermont, a political analyst at the Center for Strategic and International Studies in Jakarta, Prabowo is considered a very strong opponent to Joko Widodo, as he provides a clearer picture of his plans to improve the Indonesian economy.
Prabowo is pretty strong in providing a macro picture of the Indonesian economy, the vision and so on. that he represents. So again, I think it's in the hands of the Indonesian voters on July 9th.
The day before the closure of the Southeast Asia largest red light district, Doli, local residents have been deployed to secure the location. Local residents rejected the closure plan as Doli is the only place that generates incomes for them, not only for sex workers, but also for residents living nearby. The day before the closure of the Southeast Asia largest red light district, Doli, local residents are deployed to secure the location. Local residents rejected the closure plan because Doli is the only place that generates incomes for them, not only for sex workers but also for the residents living nearby. At least 10 men have been deployed to secure and watch whoever goes in and out around the area, especially at the Grilaya entrance and Kupang intersection. They had secured the area for 24 hours for the past 10 days.
Relawan yang peduli terhadap masyarakat atau perekonomian di lokalisasi. Di sini tergabung antara PKL, pedagang dan masyarakat. Kita memantau untuk bila Risma mau menutup lokalisasi ini dan Satpol PP-nya, kita akan kejar semuanya.
The Surabaya city government plans to close down the prostitution alley, famously known as the Doli Alley, on June 18th. George H.W. Bush celebrates his 90th birthday in style. Don't go anywhere, stay tuned on MNC Today.